high winds blowing through North Texas are causing problems on the ground and in the sky.
We'll help you stay up to date on the newest ways scammers are trying to take advantage of you.
And an ntTV exclusive on the lasting effects of COVID on social interactions.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Evening. Thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Aaliyah Bordeaux.
And I'm Avery Callens. It is windy here in North Texas.
Taking a look at our DACU-cam, you can see those wind turbines working overtime. The strong wind gusts are not just making it difficult for students to get to class. Flights are coming in from North Texas have been struggling as well.
ntTV reporter Andy Scott is live at Denton Enterprise Airport, which has had some major problems today. Andy?
Thanks, guys. Dust is flying, leaves are flying, but unfortunately for many people here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, planes are not, and we have the wind to thank for that. The area is under a wind advisory with consistent wind speeds of 20 to 30 miles per hour and wind gusts up to 45. Because of these high winds, there have been over 400 flight cancellations and delays at major airports in North Texas today. Here at Denton Enterprise Airport, only 6 planes have taken off. On a typical day with no wind, they see closer to 700. And Texas isn't the only state caught in a windstorm. Oklahoma is facing wildfires, and firefighters won't be able to use air support to knock down the flames until the wind dies down. A wind advisory remains in effect until 9 this evening. Stay cautious while boating and driving. Strap down anything that may be easily blown away. Stay safe, stay grounded. That's all from me. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Andy. The high winds are increasing the risk of wildfires and causing dangerous driving conditions. And it's not just here in North Texas. The winds are blowing dust into our area as far west as New Mexico. There are red flag warnings in effect in Texas and 5 other states through tomorrow. That means there is a high risk of fires breaking out in those very dry regions. Some parts of the Texas Panhandle are reporting wind gusts of over 60 miles an hour. And back here in North Texas, I'm kind of hoping the wind is going to die down, but the warm sun is pretty nice.
Let's head over to our weather anchor, Faith Webster, to find out. Faith?
Thanks, guys. I definitely felt like I was light as a feather was going to blow away on my way here today. Right now, our current temperatures are 59, feeling like 55 with those wind miles at 25 miles per hour. Blowing over into tonight, we are going to see those temp drops just a little bit at 53, feeling like 48 with our wind still at a whopping 20 miles per hour. Moving on into tomorrow, we do see our temperatures at 56, feeling like 53 with our wind coming down just a little bit to 11 miles per hour. Our sunshine is going to stick around this week, and I'll have more on that in the show. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Faith. We all know what Texas summers are like. Hot, hot, and hotter. But according to global experts, it's a worldwide problem. The past decade was the hottest on record, and last year, 2024, was the hottest one in the past 200 years. The World Meteorological Organization looks at the climate around the world and is made up of expert scientists from more than 100 countries, including the U.S. The head of the organization says the latest report is a wake-up call that global warming is putting our lives and our national economies at risk.
61 years after the event, the Trump administration released the about 2,400 new records related to the assassination of former President John F. Kennedy that were previously classified. While President Trump says that people have been waiting to see the 80,000 pages of records tied to the assassination, the National Archives says 99% of the information has already been made publicly available. Most of the information uncovered contained personally identifiable information that was previously blacked out, but it also included how the CIA went about wiretapping phones in Mexico City from late 1962 into early 1963. It also includes potential operations to overthrow and potentially assassinate the former leader of Cuba, Fidel Castro.
The Trump administration's economic policies are certainly new uncertainty. Today, the Federal Reserve, which is the country's central bank, decided not to cut interest rates because of concerns about the future. CNN's Karen Kafa has the latest.
The Federal Reserve staying cautious and holding interest rates steady amid growing economic uncertainty.
Labor market conditions are solid, and inflation has moved closer to our 2% longer run goal, though it remains somewhat elevated. In support of our goals, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to leave our policy interest rate unchanged.
The Fed stopped cutting interest rates back in January as signs pointed to inflation's descent stalling out and overall growth slowing, a troublesome combination. Complicating matters now, President Donald Trump's economic agenda, including the slashing of the federal workforce, shaking what's been a stable labor market, and his overhaul of trade policy, rattling consumers, businesses, and markets.
Confidence is very fragile. You can see it in the consumer sentiment surveys. You can see it among business people. Investments they plan to make, they're all pulling back.
Among the administration's moves to ramp up pressure on America's biggest trading partners, a slate of tariffs, some already implemented and some looming on imported goods from key U.S. trade partners Canada, Mexico, and China. Economists warn the policies could push inflation higher and sink consumer spending, putting the economy at risk.
Recession is a loss of faith. We lose faith that we're going to be able to hold on to our job and businesses are going to be able to sell what they produce.
And force the Fed to course correct once again. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Up next, we'll see if there's any uncertainty with our forecast after today's extremely windy conditions.
And later, see how coffee and bingo are helping our local community.
But don't know where to start? Check out DATQ Credit Union right here on campus. Get your Mean Green debit card instantly or apply for a DATQ Visa credit card today. Your school, your card. Plus, make deposits at their 24/7 ATM, checks or cash whenever you need it. Make sure to sign up for DATQ's online banking platform and mobile app for easy access anytime, anywhere. Visit them at www.datq.org to learn more. DATQ, the official financial institution of UNT Athletics.
Other than being blown away by the wind today, it is kind of gorgeous outside.
I agree, Avery. Clear skies, and it feels amazing outside. Our weather anchor, Faith Webster, has more on what to expect coming up. Faith?
I do absolutely love those temperatures across North Texas. We are going to see high 50s around the North Texas area with Fort Worth at 61 and Stephenville at 62. Across the state of Texas, we are going to see a wide variety of temperatures at Amarillo at 49, but El Paso sitting at 62. What a wide variety, and it is due to those wind miles. Moving on into this week, we are going to see that sunshine stay around until about Saturday. We do see some clouds roll in, and then Wednesday, again, some clouds, but nothing too serious. Those temperatures are going to rise up just like that sunshine we were all hoping for. Our high on Saturday is 84 with a low of 63, and that weekend and starting out temperatures are going to be great in those low and mid 80s. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Faith. Well, no matter where you are in life, job hunting is stressful, and especially for new college graduates. But now scammers are making it even harder. Our reporter Jenny Inez is live with what to watch out for when searching for a job.
Thanks, Avery. That's so true. With job scams on the rise, experts say it's more important than ever to recognize any red flags before handing over personal information. CNN's Karen Kafa has the story.
Scammers keep up with the times, and with a lot of job cuts in the headlines, consumer advocates say job hunters need to protect themselves.
We're seeing a lot of layoffs in the news now, so people really need to be on guard.
Job scams were already on the rise. The Federal Trade Commission said reports of job scams and fake employment agencies nearly tripled between 2020 and 2024. And the Better Business Bureau also ranked job scams among their riskiest scams of last year, with consumers more likely to lose money or experience identity theft. Among red flags the BBB has seen recently, unsolicited phone calls, texts, and emails about job opportunities, conducting interviews via text, and refusing phone or video chat. Fast job offers that ask for Social Security and banking information under the guise of setting up direct deposit, and work-from-home jobs that involve receiving and reshipping packages, potentially illegally obtained goods. BBB spokesperson Melanie McGovern says taking time to research a company can help job hunters avoid costly mistakes.
The best thing to do whenever you come across a job listing, if it's on a third-party site, even if it's a trusted site, go to that employer's homepage. Not through the link that is provided, but go do a search for that company.
In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
To protect yourselves, always verify job listings through the company's direct website instead of clicking on any links. And if it sounds too good to be true, it doesn't hurt to check. That's all I have for you guys. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jenny. There is another potential online problem that we need to watch out for. The FBI is advising people and companies to take extra steps to protect their Gmail, Outlook, and other popular accounts from possible hackers. This comes after a ransomware called Medusa targeted critical industries like healthcare. Developers have already used the malware to breach the data of hundreds of victims. The FBI says you can protect yourself by doing things like turning on two-factor authentication, checking for software updates frequently, and downloading your most important data in case of a hack.
AI is taking over the drive-thru, so the next time you order, you might not be talking to a human. Yum Brands, the company that owns KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut, is teaming up with NVIDIA to bring AI-powered ordering to restaurants. The tech is designed to understand speech for smoother orders and fewer mix-ups. It's also meant to help call centers. After a test run at a few locations, hundreds more restaurants will be serving up this high-tech upgrade later this spring. It's one of the most contagious diseases we have, and tonight it continues to spread. A measles outbreak that began in West Texas is now impacting 2 other states, New Mexico and Oklahoma. 321 confirmed cases have been reported. 38 people, mostly children, are in the hospital, and 1 child near Lubbock has died. Health officials are predicting measles could be an ongoing health concern for as long as another year.
Aaliyah, this outbreak is reminding me of a time where we would be sitting 6 feet further from each other.
Avery, I'm still seeing lasting effects from the pandemic, and so is everyone else. ntTV's Titus King has more on the effects the COVID-19 pandemic has had on college students. Titus?
Thanks, guys. While it has been 5 years since the pandemic, its effects still continue to disturb us today. Online dating is on the rise, depression has increased, and people say LOL out loud without laughing. COVID-19, the reason for the shutdown in 2020 through 2021. But is it the reason for something else? Possibly our inability to communicate with each other?
COVID-19 has affected me in the way that I view other people and the way that I talk about certain things with other people, because I noticed that during COVID there was just a lot of online discourse, and there was just a lot of, some of it was really good and important information, but there was a lot of noise.
In an assessment for people from the ages of 13 through 29 by UNICEF for every child, 27 reported feeling anxiety and 15% feeling depression.
More like you're going to stay within your clique or within your tribe or within your group. I don't see people breaking out of groups. I see people also more like It's more like a one-on-one type of thing versus large groups or people willing to come out to enjoy in different kinds of spaces and categories that they wouldn't have before.
While it seems that COVID-19 has passed, have we really done the same? Only time will tell, I guess.
COVID-19 seemingly has been an afterthought, something we can move on from, but not to forget. However, it seems like the dark clouds of the pandemic still loom over us today. That's all I have for you. Back at the desk.
Thanks, Titus. When you think of a bingo event, you might imagine an older audience in attendance. Well, that wasn't the case for Aura Coffee's beneficial bingo night held this weekend. I took a trip to see who they're benefiting and how much they raise. Take a look.
This isn't your typical bingo night. Last weekend, Aura Coffee held a bingo and raffle event benefiting the Denton Water Project.
Obviously, we wouldn't be here without the community. We cannot continue to do such a fun thing for a living without the community. And so it's just really important for us to support it in any way that we can.
The Denton Water Project is part of the Denton Basic Services Center. This nonprofit organization with over 300 volunteers started as an idea in 2016.
I think we were talking about yes, the not having access to water fountains and how long it was to walk.
To solve this issue, the two helped set up the Denton Water Project, a volunteer-led service that provides coolers of ice water around town. And while these efforts help the Denton community, it also benefits those who volunteer.
And they love it. So often, somebody in a car will yell, "Thank you! You're doing a great job." It makes them feel like they're actually accomplishing something.
Gives people a sense of purpose.
Aura Coffee's bingo night raised over $400 and 10 water bottles for the organization.
It's pretty amazing.
It's amazing how much support there is and how often that support's given by people who really don't have that much.
While the Denton Water Project hopes to expand, they're grateful for the community support. And Aura is grateful to have the opportunity to bring them together.
And if you missed this event, don't worry. Aura Coffee hosts a bingo night every third Sunday that benefits a different organization every time. Their next one is April 20th, and all of those funds will go to Denton County Friends of the Family.
If you're a college student, chances are you like frozen meals. That means there is a recall you need to know about.
We'll tell you which popular items are being pulled from store shelves and why.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
I wonder what's on the radio today. I don't know about this. This is not it.
Everything alternative, commercial free. 88.1 Indie.
Here at KNTU, we have two traditional stations, 88.1 Indie and KNTU Jazz. We've also recently launched an internet radio station called Mean Green Hits. If you want to hear more, you can check us out at MediaNorthTexas.com.
That was pretty good.
I use Flex to buy my favorite snacks.
I use Flex to get me through my mornings.
I use Flex at my favorite campus restaurants. I love how Flex is a cashless payment method and can be used at all campus dining venues.
So, how do you use Flex?
If you're planning to shop for groceries this week, you'll want to steer clear from some frozen meals that are popular with college students. Nestle is recalling several Stouffer's and Lean Cuisine meals. That's because there may be a wood-like material in them. Nestle says there was potentially a choking incident related to one of the products. The recalled meals are Lean Cuisine's butternut squash ravioli, spinach artichoke ravioli, and lemon garlic shrimp stir fry, as well as Stouffer's party-sized chicken lasagna. They were sold in stores between September 2024 and this month. If you recently purchased one of these products, you can return them and refund them or get a replacement.
If you're looking for a quick escape from reality in the DFW area, our segment anchor Nadia Rodriguez has just the thing for you. Nadia?
Has just opened a new themed escape room. If you're a fan of Hulu's hit series Murders in the Building, there's a spot for you in this room. Don't take it just from me. ntTV's Annie Tomlin got an inside look.
Escape rooms have been known to turn some of our favorite adventures and now television shows into reality by creating immersive experiences for guests.
Yeah, so in this room, you are kind of part of the show, and they're turning the show into a movie, but the movie reel got lost, so your job is to find it.
Collaborating with the Only Murders in the Building series is a unique experience for the escape game, as the Grapevine location is only 1 out of 3 nationwide that holds this themed room.
It's the only room that we've been able to have like a partnership with a series that people can actually go and watch themselves. We've had other collaborations with other companies and corporations, but this is the first one of a magnitude of like people have learned to love the universe that this room is actively based upon, and that sets it apart from all of our other experiences.
A lot of the escape game team members are very passionate about serving their guests and are now beginning to have more opportunities to do that.
Being able to make someone's day brighter and better. You can have somebody come in that you have no clue what's going on outside of this store. They could very well be spending like their last $100, and you get a chance to not only like let them forget that they're doing that, but you get a chance to be involved in making it worth it and making it better by putting an effort to like show them how much we care about what they're doing here.
With ntTV, I'm Annie Tomlin.
To book a time to play this game, visit escapegame.com/grapevine. They're open from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and it's $39.99 per person. That's all I have for you. Back to you ladies at the desk.
Well, I think I need to visit this escape room and work my critical thinking skills. But I know these athletes are working on their physical skills in sports, aren't they, Avery?
You are so correct, Aaliyah. The sports world is making moves right now, from the NCAA tournament to baseball in Tokyo. Our sports anchor Jose Moreno has more. Jose?
It's Wednesday. You know what that means. There's a hot game in Denton tonight that is must win for our Mean Green Eagles. Plus, the MLB season kicks off overseas in a special moment for a special player. I've got all that and more after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Hey UNT students, looking for creativity and inspiration? The UNT Union Gallery invites you to experience artwork at the art exhibit from your own talented Eagle artists. This free exhibit features a rotating selection of incredible artwork from talented Mean Green artists. Don't miss your chance to experience creativity up close. Stop by anytime during union hours. Want to hear more from the artist yourself? Join us at the Ask and Eat reception, where you can dive deeper into the creative process and enjoy a good conversation over a bite to eat. Don't miss the latest exhibit at the UNT Union. Immerse yourself in the art and be sure to explore the many other exciting exhibits rotating in throughout the semester.
There's no harm in wanting to have fun while in college, but it's easy to lose track of how much you've had. Apps like Drink Control and Alkadroid can help keep track of your consumption and blood alcohol levels. If you or someone else does drink too much, the signs of alcohol poisoning are as follows: pale skin, vomiting, confusion, low body temperatures, irregular breathing, blacking out, and is hard to wake up or cannot be woken up.
Dude, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Wake up!
It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to be responsible. If you suspect someone is suffering from alcohol poisoning, get help immediately. You will not get in trouble for seeking help if you are underage. For more info and resources, go to UNT's Division of Student Affairs.
You are currently looking at the home of America's team here, Denton, Texas, UNT men's basketball, who will continue their postseason tonight here in Denton at the Super Pit, where they will take on the Furman Paladins in the first round of the National Invitational Tournament. Denton historians like myself remember that the Mean Green infamously won the NIT in 2023. They're looking to reclaim their crown, but after a couple of years with no postseason success and tournament disappointments, the Mean Green are looking to shut the doubters up this month. But tonight they'll have their work cut out for them because they're taking on a Furman team who's top 50 in three-point percentage and attempts. Can the Mean Green write their names in the history books, or will Furham rise above the naysayers and shock Denton with a win tonight? Baseball is back on the menu as the MLB kicks off its season in the land of the rising sun. Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers brought big trouble to Tokyo with 2 straight dominant wins against the Cubs yesterday. The Dodgers were down by 1 for 3 straight innings until Shohei came in for his country and team at the third at-bat and helped propel a strong 5th inning in which the Dodgers scored 3 unanswered points to go up 3-1. And later in that same game, Shohei hits a ball down right and picks up 2 innings, then scored the dagger not too long after to go up and remain 4-1. 2 bases, not innings. Then game 2, which just happened this morning, was a high-scoring affair. Shohei Ohtani hit a massive home run and ran a point in to help the Cubs with a final score of 6-3. The MLB season is looking to fully kick off later this month on the 27th. But before I go, I have a little presentation for you guys. My comrade and fellow sports anchor, Kristen Bursuch, has an incredible story about a very special athlete here at UNT. Please take a look.
Mean Green softball rolled through Tarleton State last Wednesday as senior Skylar Savage made program history when she passed 300 strikeouts in the 4-0 victory.
I'm just a ground ball pitcher, so 300 Ks is just a little small step for me. It's a good goal to have. I'm excited that I did it, but I'm here to help my team win games. So.
Savage carried the team through the first half of the game with her shutout pitching, as both teams were unable to score until the Mean Green exploded for 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th.
Knowing that your pitcher can hold it down in the circle, it relieves the pressure off of you when you're hitting 100%.
After the game, Coach DeLong spoke about the team's need for improvement behind the plate, while having nothing but praise for Savage's performance behind the mound, as he congratulated her for reaching 300 career strikeouts.
Oh, she's great. Just the embodiment of a program, a great kid to coach, a great human. Just all the success she has, she deserves it. She works hard, and I love to see it.
Now with the record of 19-9 after a rough series against Wichita State over the weekend, the Mean Green will look to bring their offense to life when they take on UT Arlington at home this Wednesday at 6 p.m.
And that's all I have for sports today. Back to you beautiful ladies at the desk.
Thanks, Jose. There's nothing like an adrenaline rush to spark you awake. One trucker in Atlanta had the shock of a lifetime when lightning almost struck their vehicle. It was caught on dash cam video. This happened during a severe weather outbreak that hit the southeastern U.S. last weekend. Luckily, that driver was fine and no crashes or fires resulted from the scary incident.
I am so glad they survived and that they're okay. I don't want to be in that situation personally.
I totally hear you, Leah. I'm definitely going to have to keep an extra eye out when I go back home to Houston because lightning there is crazy.
Oh man, I'm sure. But thanks y'all for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.